desk.
Let's talk the good stuff first with the voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber, at 8:15 every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in Curbs the Blues. Before the game, the anticipation of seeing David Backes and being in the crowd last night, it really was special. I mean, he comes the first time his skates touched the ice, they gave him some applause, and then that first media timeout, you don't go to commercial, you carried it, and it was a thunderous ovation for David and Kelly Backes. It was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was, Tom. You know, it was 2 minutes in length, and our group did a great job putting a nice video together, and the crowd responded well. And unfortunately, the game didn't go well for the team, but that's another shining moment. And I like how teams and franchises kind of show some respect for someone that did it so well, for so long, for not just the team on the ice, but the community off. And I thought David Backes deserved that ovation from the crowd.
It was great. I was sitting with a Bruins fan, Jim Shanahan. He's the dean of the IU Media School. He's in town to visit with some alums, and we were sitting there, and he was telling everybody, watch 91. Any Bruins fan will tell you, Vladimir Tarasenko is a special player. He was named to his third straight All-Star game yesterday, and he just is an incredible star in the making, but already is a superstar.
Yeah, that was his 300th game as a Blue, and he had 126 goals and 126 assists going into that game. So he's as good of a passer as he is a shooter. He is deserving of that All-Star nod. And I think you can make the case maybe another player or two are just as deserving, but very difficult with as talently heavy as the Central Division is. So, but it'll be fun to watch a 3-on-3 competition with him at the end of this month at the All-Star game.
That'll be January 29th in Los Angeles. That's where you're headed with the Blues. They play there tomorrow. And, the Blues made a great investment in Vladimir Tarasenko. They also made an investment in Jake Allen. And so far this season, he just hasn't been himself. And last night certainly was not. He was pulled. What's going on there?
Well, I think he started the season well, and he's hit a bump in the road. But I like, how Ken Hitchcock addressed it last night. Look, there's no doubt that the goaltending is going to have to be part of the success story in the second half of the season with all the road play. Look, he just had a baby. They brought him home, or they brought her home over the weekend. And we all know in life, at least those of us that have kids, we know how adjustments and what that can be like. So I'm going to give him a couple days to get his head straight and try and get things going again, and we'll see where that shakes out. I think Jake has the right attitude, so I'm not overly concerned about Jake Allen. I think you have to be concerned a little bit about the all-around team play in front of him. You had Tarasenko with no shots on goal again for the second time in 6 games. You've got Jori Lehtera, a centerman, that has playing most of his time with Tarasenko, but only has a couple more points than Kyle Brodziak. And I think as many times as you're talking about the consistent play of the fourth line, we need to start talking about that of the top 2 lines. And I think when that happens, all-around team play is going to improve as well. So, yeah, goaltending without a doubt, Tom, is going to have to be better. It's going to have to get more consistent, and that starts on the shoulders of Jake Allen. He's been named the number 1, and it is his job to figure it out. But I think it also has to go to the players in front of him as well.
Blues were outshot in the game 39-17. They lost at 5-3. Curbs, we appreciate it.